Hello everyone and welcome to another design of the week. I'm so excited to do this design with you this week because it's one of my favorites. I call it the paint splotch. It's very simple to do. It's basically one stamping image done several times in different colors. So let's get our materials together and let's get started. And I hope you enjoy doing this design with me. For the first step, you're going to paint your nail a nice bright white polish. I've chosen to use OPI's nail lacquer in Alpine Snow, but any white polish will do. What that will give you is a nice bright background so that your colors will show up nice and vibrant when you're done stamping. For the next step, you're going to use M21 image plate, and we're going to use the paint splotch design that's right here. As you can see, there's a big paint splotch, and then there's a little bit of a smaller one. You can choose to use all of it, or you can just use the big one. I've tended to mix a little bit of both into my design. We're going to start with our red stamping polish. So go ahead and put your red stamping polish all over the image like that. Scrape. Roll. And I'm going to place this one down in the corner here, and you can choose to place it anywhere you like. You're going to want to make sure that you clean between each time so that your colors come up nice and vibrant since we are using different colors each time. Again, make sure you're using an acetone polish that evaporates quickly and doesn't leave a film on your plate. The next color I chose to use, and you can choose any color combination that you wish, was the stamping yellow polish. It'll add a nice bright color along with the other primary colors we've chosen to use. So again, I'm going to paint the full image again, the little one and the big one. Scrape. Roll. And I'm going to place this one up in the corner here like this. You're going to try to place your paint splotches in random spots so that you can see all the colors that you're using. The next color I've chosen to use is the bright electric blue stamping polish. And I love this color. It's nice and bright. So again, go over your paint splotch like that. Scrape, roll. And I think this time I'm going to put him up in the corner beside the yellow one, just like that. And it's okay if you go off the nail too because it looks kind of neat. You've got half the paint splotch on your nail. It'll create a nice effect. We're going to clean that up. And one thing I always forget to do is also clean my stamper. So we want to make sure that's nice and clean. And for my last color, I'm going to use the stamping polish in black. And I find black just grounds the whole thing. But you don't have to. I just like the addition of the black to the design. And this time I'm not going to paint the whole image. I'm just going to do the paint splotch up here because I'm kind of running out of room on my nail, and you can judge this with how short or how long your nails are as well as to how many of these you put on and to how many colors you use. I'm going to do the black down in the corner here, just like that. And I tend to look at my nails and say, do I want to add another one? And I think I will. I'm going to add another one right at the tip, but I'm going to go half off my nail this time. Okay, so again, I'm just painting the big paint splotch here. Scrape that. And the nice thing about holding your nail like this is you can see where your image is going to go. You can move it up and down depending on how much you want on the nail and how much you don't want on the nail. So I'm going to move it to about there so I get half on and half off. Well, this is a good example. My lights are very hot and the nail polish has dried already super fast, which we already know. So that happens. Just clean and do it again. And I was talking a little bit too, so I'm sure it was drying fast. There we go. Perfect. Love it. So once you've finished putting all the colors on your nails the way you like it, and I would suggest too, perhaps doing all one color at one time. So say you start with the red stamping polish, I would do all the red splotches all the way across one hand. And then I'd clean that, and then I'd go through and do the blue. And then I'd go through and do the yellow, and so on and so forth. It just makes it a little quicker instead of doing it all one nail at a time. But it's totally up to you. For the last step, you want to make sure you protect your design with a good top coat. I love using the Conad top coat because it's got a base coat, a strengthener, and a top coat all in one. And I also find it doesn't bleed as much. But there's still a trick to putting top coat on. You want to make sure you have lots on your brush when you're doing your top coat. And this is how I do it. I go once down the middle, once on the side, and then I flip the brush over and I go down the other side. And I tend not to go over it again just to make sure the colors don't blur together, because you'll cry. After doing all that hard work on your stamping, you don't want the images to bleed. That's all there is to it for this design. I hope you enjoyed doing it with me, and look forward to my next videos and seeing you again soon. Happy stamping, everyone.